the left has to say very clearly, this is what kind of Brexit we're going to have, otherwise it will be the Tories who decide. Well, at the moment, obviously, we have to challenge, I think, the very inflammatory anti-immigration rhetoric, which is, again, displacing blame from government at their failure to build housing, defend secure jobs, invest in public services, defend people's living standards. But we also need to start talking about, debating and coming up with a quite clear line very soon on a Brexit that doesn't lead to massive loss of jobs and devastating communities, including amongst disproportionately many of the communities that voted to leave in the first place, who will suffer the most. We should be arguing, above all else, of course, for access to the single market and freedom of movement and dealing with people's concerns on immigration with a genuinely funded migrant impact fund, because EU immigrants pay in more than they get back. We should ring-fence that money, invest it in the communities with higher levels of immigration. We should, for example, invest in English language services, which aren't being properly resourced, again because of the failure of government to invest in those services. And we should address the root causes of people's justifiable anger and frustration, which is the failure to build housing, the lowest level of house building in peacetime since the 1920s, to actually create the skilled industrial jobs, the renewable energy jobs of the future, which are under threat by ending access effectively to the single market under this government, to actually increase people's living standards in a sustainable way at the same time, and to invest in public services, which is of course what we've been arguing for many, many years. So we should have access to the single market, freedom of movement, but with measures to address the grievances, the real grievances people have, to reduce the tensions that exist in this country. Will that be easy? No, but the case has to be made for it. We're not even hearing that case properly being made at the moment, and that's, I think, absolutely critical.